play fake here on first down. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. They'll set up to throw. Dorsett making the catch. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete to Dorsett. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll look to throw here. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Used to have a coach who tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence. And here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby. Come on. But no dice that time.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Room here to run. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. .4 yards remaining now on second down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now Marshall. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him. Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Or maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2. And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here. This is Marshall. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one. Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Here comes the D swarming to the line. And here's Marshall. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. First down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Jordan in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A first throw for the backup Lynch. And that is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Marshall. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. As they run the counter play. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Burns. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down. That's Marshall. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? It's like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately that didn't work for them.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Flex round! Here we go! Flex round! Flex round!
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Keith Marshall, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So the D-line's going to spread out. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Cameron Jordan in there for a milestone sack as it moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141 and a half.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 319.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll return it from the 6. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for Denver. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Watching that, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Watching that, Barney.
They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
All right, here we go.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Watching that, Barney.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Boom, line it.
He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burns. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Gone! Now let's go! Boom, line it. Boom, Leopard!
Now back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, Lynch. And this is going to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. Oh, he's got a little dink. Philip Dorsett by himself. 30, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Philip Dorsett, 93 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
All right, now look at 56. All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Boom, line it. Boom, line it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And now running right through him. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can run to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Running with Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So after 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you stop that clock. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 23 yards on the play. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Kamara, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stack.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on 3rd down for the Broncos. 52 yards on the ground. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll go with a keeper, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's their quarterback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And the lead is up to 5. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They run it again with Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Von Miller in there to take him down. And the clock will roll. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now they try the right side here. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Running back, and he is level, knocked down hard, looks to be right around the 40. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Marshall. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games